Scott's so in demand, he's got another gig to rush off to, so that's why he's like in high speed, extra excited mode tonight. So we did a show in Chicago one time, and he was referred to as Rockford's happiest comedian. But I don't know. Scott's got to start doing the open mic out at Hope and Anchor, but he pissed off some of the hippies out there, and which really surprised me, because I thought that like if you said hippie, that it was politically correct. As long as you don't pronounce the R, like hippie, not offensive. You pronounce it with the R, herpes, then it is. So yeah. Well, since we are, it is appropriate since we're in a place with a lot of tie-dye and poetry and such. I'd like to thank you for coming out to the comedy show. I know you could have stayed home and listened to Echoes on NPR. Echoes, also known as music for white people to fuck to. Whoa, there's a guilt dealer. Smoke a little, poke a little. Thank you, NPR. I hope that's the Echoes you're listening to, and that like, so good, 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 good. You're so far away. That was something. It's like, I don't know, it sounds like you're having sex with Grover, doesn't it? Like, the whole near far. You know, it kind of alludes. I mean, you seem like so nice, and I appreciate you coming out. So not necessarily your echo. I don't know. You could be like using a strap-on on your boyfriend or something. Maybe it's just his ass is so loose that's where the echo is coming from. I mean, look, all I'm saying is love is a two-way street. That was my point there, and I'd like to I do want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting this. And today, I'd say I actually started on time because I hate when we do like the poetry slam and it's packed and then people leave. And it's like, come on, you're gonna do us like that? It's like, oh, I love free speech. I love free expression. I love people who let out their emotions so freely and oh, your comics, fuck you. And that's why I don't fuck hipster chicks. That and because I'm married. But that's why my wife and I don't fuck hipster chicks. Okay. No, I mean I have a wonderful marriage. I do, but like every guy in a relationship, I gotta go and always ask for more and more. And of course, I eventually had that talk with my wife, like, oh, honey, you know your friend with the big perky titties. You know, how about if we like invite her? And immediately it turned into like a bad Dr. Seuss thing. They're like, suck it. No, look, I don't care if she's a fox. I don't want her near my box. I don't want her near my mouth. I don't want her in my house. I do not want it here or there. I do not want it anywhere. I do not want a ménage à trois. I do not want one. No, not at all. But I said, try it. You will see. And she came, just like me. So for any of you girls with my curiosity, let me know if you want to be number 3. And that's why I came in 3rd place in the poetry slam as opposed to 1st or 2nd, because obviously no one laughed. You guys look traumatized. You look downright traumatized. You're like, if a dude said that to me, I would just cry. And then if he wrote a poem about it, I would kick him in the balls. I would kick him in the balls so hard that like his ass would turn inside out. And that is called anal probation. What was it? I forget. A comedian last night requested I do a joke about that, so I was talking about anuses falling out all night long. Because that's in Chicago, you know, and that's how you gotta do it in Chicago. You gotta be edgy like that. You know, everyone's already done the Hitler jokes and the rape jokes and the 9/11 jokes. You gotta do the inverted ass jokes. So on that happy subject, this next gentleman asked to be number 2 on the list, but he'll always be number 1 in my heart. Okay. My good buddy, fellow poet, and now fellow comedian, Mr. Ben Tatum!